Hello, Alex.
Hello,
This
everyone.
time,
Welcome back.
this time it will be just me and Alex
Yeah.
because we have like scheduling conflicts. Because Antishir is like he's a movie star. He has a lot of stuff to do.
Busy man.
So this time it's just us to tell you all about the next wipe, which is coming very soon, and also the December update. A lot of new info on December update that we wanted to share. But now we've actually started working on it. We have some progress on lots of mechanics, and we want to tell you everything about them that we're ready to tell. Let's say.
Yeah, pretty much all the upcoming features and updates that we are working on.
Yeah, so this time we'll try to keep it as short as possible. We always try to keep it short as possible, but it's never possible for some reason. We estimate 15 minutes and then go up to 40. Let's try to do 15, right?
Yeah.
So let me start. Let me start then. The next patch, we're aiming to release it on November 7th. It will have the wipe, so the second wipe in the game. And with the second wipe, there's a lot of changes that are coming to the game. That are somewhat experimental. We'll tell you about them and the reasons why we did them and what we want to test out. And hopefully you'll get to enjoy it, or it might be, I don't know, a bit controversial for some of you, but hopefully you'll dig into it and we'll have fun. So first of all, we're redesigning the lights a lot. First, on both maps, the lights will be on by default. Everywhere apart from like some of the dark zones on the map, some a bit more dangerous zones won't have lights. But most of the zones will have lights on, and they can be turned off with EMP, both alien or EMP grenades. And aliens will be able to walk freely through invisibility without spending energy. And also invisibility will be sort of a shield against the bullets. And when you shoot an alien who's invisible, you won't drop him out of invisibility, but you would spend his energy. And when the energy is done, the monster will go out of invisibility. Sorry, a bit sick. Also, the EMP will turn off the overhead lights on the facility for 30 seconds. So every time the monster attacks, they will most likely turn off all of the lights, attack you with all means possible, and probably run away when you start shooting. And they will be able to run away with the new way how invisibility works. That changes a lot in terms of gameplay. That changes a lot of the hiding meta, let's say, a lot of going into shadows. But we are trying to, with all of this, we're also redesigning the lights on the location. So the lights will look different, and the overhead lights will be a bit different as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of darker zones that you still be able to use for your advantage. But overall, the visibility should be much better. And there's not much advantage of lumen when there's no darkness, pretty much. So we'll see how that goes. It's an experimental change for this wipe. Will there be some issues with balancing? Probably, because we're doing it all over again. We're introducing a new type of combat, a new type of how the game looks and feels. But we'll be deep into patching and balancing the stuff every week, like we usually do. Apart from that, the merc progression, the economy changes. We're doing some economy changes and how the rep is acquired. The prices of weapons and items, we're going to change the levels where those will unlock. Also, the weapon tokens from the event are coming back as a permanent thing. So you'll be able to purchase weapons with weapon tokens, but it will also have some rep requirements. So you won't be able to purchase the top tier weapons right away. Yep, that's about it, I guess. Let me go through the list again. Also, we're removing the stagger for aliens, so like whenever alien leaves invisibility, he won't get staggered. We're changing the way how alien sees the world a bit because of the lights and the amount of lights. So you'll see the world, much more brighter now. So we're changing how the alien vision works. Alien vision now, through alien vision, you won't be able to see the lights, but you will be able to see the mercs and eggs and everything much better. That's about it. Also, in terms of optimization, we're working on some optimization on the light system, and we've been able to squeeze out some additional, 10-20%
frames. Yeah.
Frames with that. And also we've changed to newer shader model, and we'll be able to add AMD FSR support that not everyone, but everyone who has an AMD card was asking for. It will be coming, most likely it will come in next week on November 7th, unless something goes wrong. If not, it will be coming in one of the newest patches. Also, we're adding leaderboards for both mercs and aliens. You'll be able to track the progress and leaders on kills, death ratio, extractions, I think, win rate.
Yeah, pretty much compare your stats to other players as well and see where you are.
Yep. And one more thing that is coming on the contracts. We're trying something different right now. I mean, not right now, but next week. It might be right now for you when you're watching it. The contracts tab from the map is removed, but the contracts themselves will be shown on the map. So you will see the exact location where the contract is. And if the contract was claimed by someone, it will disappear from the map.
A little bit more convenient.
Yeah, we'll see if you like the change or not, but hopefully it will change, help newer players. There's also some map changes that we did additionally.
So basically, just it's not a huge deal, but it's a minor change that we've decided to do. We just thought that moving the location of the ice peak extraction from sector B of the ledge of sector B to the ledge of sector A between the cafeteria. So basically, we moved the location of that extraction point, which should make it a bit more competitive to use it and a bit harder to use it in that new location. Let's talk about some of the new weapons. We're also introducing quite a bit of new weapons with this new wipe update. So the first one will be the LAR, which is a silenced automatic weapon. It's always going to be silenced. You won't be able to take off the silencer. And it has a magazine capacity of around 20 rounds. And then you have all your usual attachments which you can put in it, the flashlights, the laser, and the different sights. The SR32, it's a semi-automatic assault rifle, very similar to the M4A1, which we already have. Same caliber, it uses the 7.62 NATO caliber, so it's a bit more powerful. The Budanov pistol, which is I thought an interesting name. It's a very familiar pistol. You all probably know it when you will see it, and I hope everyone will like it. I like it a lot. It's going to be a very powerful one as well. And then again, it'll have the silencer and a bunch of the flashlight and other attachments compatible with it. A laser mine, we're going to introduce the laser mine as well, which is basically a landmine. You'll be able to place it anywhere around the location. To obtain it, there will be a new quest from Taras Zbroev. You'll have to collect certain details, or I guess components, and then trade it with him to obtain that mine. We'll also have the double 12 shotgun. So it's the second shotgun which we introduce in the game. A larger magazine capacity, again, a little more powerful, and then all of your usual attachments that will be compatible with it. So the sights, the lasers, and the grips. Now the 6045, it's a unique bolt action pistol. Shoots 45 ACP rounds, and it has a magazine capacity of 7 rounds. But the uniqueness of it is that it's silenced. Like you can't take off the silencer off of the gun, but every time you shoot, you have to reload it. Like the animation works that it physically reloads it automatically after every single shot. So you have to chamber it, basically. You can't pretty much tap it like with the Glock and the other weapons we have.
And for those who remember, it was like we had 69, which used 9mm ammo, right? And now it's back with like stronger ammo. Plus, since we have the an option to do ammo shots more powerful. I mean, not ammo damage more powerful through the gun. We'll do that for a 6045 as well.
And another cool thing is that we are finally introducing optical sights. So you'll be able to mount optical sights on your weapons, pretty much on most of them, if not all of them, for long range targeting, which will probably enhance your technical gameplay. Will give you more capabilities, more variations. And in addition to those, some of those optical scopes, they will have an additional sight attached to them, so you will be able to switch in between the mechanical sight that is mounted onto the optical scope and the optical scope itself, so back and forth, which will make it more versatile when you want to quickly switch between long range and short range aiming. And that's pretty much it, I guess, for the updates.
Do G17 attachments also come with this patch?
The G17?
Yeah, the pistol attachments, like the side.
Yes, right. The for the Glock. Yes, we had them before, but we brought back the red dot sight and the flashlight for the Glock pistol. Basically, your starter pistol. You will also be able to mount a red dot sight on it and a flashlight. And the suppressor, obviously.
That sums up the November's patch. There's also will be like some patches in between November and December, mostly for balancing. We'll appreciate any feedback on the new system. Tell us everything you like about it or hate about it, and we'll be able to do some adjustments for that later on, or revert it if everyone hates it. The next big thing for us is December update. For the December update, we're aiming to add 2 in-session progression systems for Mercs and Aliens. It will work a bit differently for both sides. But like in terms of Mercs, what we're trying to do, we want to do more events. We're gonna start with the research facility. Research facility will have 2 more big event locations, and a bit more changes to how the players will be able to progress through research facility with each raid they do. So 2 things. One big thing they want to change is we're going to change the contracts, how the contracts are given, and there will be like some tiers of contracts. You'll start with contracts that lead you to like mostly Sector A, like for the new players. And then when you complete those and you reach specific reputation levels, you'll get more complicated contracts that will lead you to sectors B and C, plus 2 new contracts that require you to complete the events like warehouse, airdrop, and the new ones. 2 new events are medical block and radiation zone. So medical block is like a high tier event where players will need to gain an access card in order to go there. With that access card, they will be able to go into the medical block. In the medical block, there were those experiments on alien DNA. They've been done there. They've been made there, whatever. And players will be able to find the results of those experiments. There will be a new type of enemies that we would like to show you, but like you have to experience them in game. And new syringes, like syringes that have experimental DNA, alien DNA features. We won't spoil them. We want it for you to experience. So there will be like lots of different syringes that give you some alien-like abilities, not like straight alien abilities, but like flavor
Little
of
buffs
alien,
and debuffs, I guess,
little buffs and
combination.
debuffs. Yeah. So there will be positive stuff, but there will be also negative stuff, and mostly it's all related to how aliens work, how they move, how they sound. I don't know, everything about the aliens. Um, Also, completing this event you will be able to get clearance for the next event, which is radiation event. For the radiation event, you'll need to go into a radiated zone. You can try doing that without like anti-radiation syringes, but you won't get too far. But when you get the anti-radiation syringes, you can get into the radiation event to get the higher loot, higher tiered loot. To get to those medical event and radiation event, you'll have to do those like gradually. So you'll need to have some time in this in the research facility in order to gain access, and
In
that time
progress,
will
yeah.
be well used by the aliens, because like we're working on the mutation system that we long wanted to add, but like we've postponed it several times because we wanted to do a lot of changes in the game itself and the core loop and all the gameplay mechanics, and it always had to change because of that. So this time what we're doing was the alien progression. uh, so inside the session, it's all tied to your session. Inside the session, you'll be able to get, for successful actions like attacking, killing, using skills, stalking the mercs, you'll get mutation experience, mutation points. Once you reach specific level, you'll be able to select one of several perks. Those perks you will unlock in meta progression. So like the more you play, you'll be able to unlock more mutations. They won't be random. They will be predefined per each level. So you'll start with like 2 mutations per each level, and then you'll unlock additional 3. So like 5 more mutations per each level. And we're aiming to have like 7 or 8 levels of mutations. On each level, you'll be able to select mutations for your specific skills that will change how it works. Let's say. So you'll be able to trade some of your like resistances for damage, or you'll be able to change the way how your skill works. Like the instead of placing an egg trap, you'll be able to place a trap that like not a trap but egg that does like echolocation around it, so you'll be able to see where the mercs are if they're around that egg. Like you'll be able to spit to slow down healing and regeneration for mercs. You'll be able to, what else? I don't want to spoil like too much. We'll probably closer to patch. We'll start showing you some of the mutations that you'll be able to have with their respective art, which looks beautiful. I love the style. You'll see. But like the goal is for the aliens to be a bit weaker, let's say, a bit less of a threat in the first 3, 5, 7 minutes of the game. So you'll be able to use your skills, but like mutations, when you unlock them, will give you more edge over mercs. And the more mercs are staying on the location, if they want to do the medical event, radiation event,
The
etc.,
harder it will become for them.
the harder it will become for them, because the aliens will unlock more mutation levels and will have more mutations. Also, like the way how you select those mutations. So once you reach that level, any point, you'll be able to open that menu and select the mutation that you want. And you can basically select the mutations that suit you best in this particular match against this particular set of merc squads. And you can coordinate with your teammate. Like I'm taking this, you can take that. Unless you want to mutations for the same skill. Um, that's about it, I guess. That's the big change that is coming was the December update, and also in case if someone was wondering like what happens to Caves of Tyrion, we're working on Caves of Tyrion rework also, which is coming most likely after December's update, and I'll shed lights on it as well later on. But first, I want to hear from Alex because like we're also going to have some additional uh, features of a lesser scope, let's say, some content as well.
Yeah, all the usual, pretty much. Again, with every wipe we introduce, again, new guns, new attachments, new small additions. Besides the major updates that affect the gameplay. So again, we'll have a few more guns, a couple semi-automatic rifles. I guess we'll do another podcast right closer to the end with a bit more detail of the namings and their specifications. We'll introduce our first sniper rifle into the game. Again, we have a couple options right now, and we're deciding which one we would actually introduce first. And a gas grenade, which will kind of work similar to the slime. Sorry, yeah, not the slime spit, the gas spit of the monster, but
It's a cloud.
the acid cloud. But for the mercs, basically, they will be able to throw that grenade, and yeah, it'll act in a similar way. Some AI improvements for the zombie or the mutants, which we have. So they'll have updated, reworked animations and telegraphed attacks. Maybe you can elaborate a bit more on that, Daniel, on the telegraphed
Yeah,
attacks.
sure. Like we just want to have more states of the aliens and how they attack. So like right now, they can unexpectedly hit you, and want to change that to make sure that the combat is more fluid.
Yeah. Also, additional perks for the mercs, for solo mercs and squad mercs, which will adjust their gameplay a bit when you take those perks. New devices, so rather than new devices, device updates. So they're kind of new. We mentioned that in previous podcasts, but haven't gotten a chance to update them yet. So hopefully, with that update, we will actually introduce the updated device models. So that'll be the detector, the switcher, and the UV lamp, I think. And which one? What was the third one? There was a third model I can't right off the top of my head. But basically, we'll update the models and adjust their way the way they function. Also, aliens and alien nicknames and alien skulls. So once you will kill an alien, he will drop an alien skull, or I guess some bones after him. So if a player collects it, a human player collects it, he'll be able to see the nickname of the alien he actually killed, which adds a bit of a personalized touch to victories over aliens. And the Merc Prestige system. So mercs will be able to get levels past level 50, and I guess by resetting their progress, will we have it?
We're not sure about resetting the progress itself. First of all, we want to try giving you a way to look cooler if you play more. Let's say.
Yeah.
To award that. But later on, maybe because like the resetting thing was extraction.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, we already have wipes for that, but yeah, which makes
we don't want you to reset in order to farm reputation again. That's not what we want.
Yeah, but you will be able to get prestige levels, so to say, just to show off, I guess, and
yeah, cool. And that's coming for actually for both mercs and aliens.
Yeah. And yeah, that's about it for the smaller content updates for December's wipe, right?
Yep.
So what's next then?
Yeah, one more thing that one thing that I highlighted previously is we're working on some like experimental rework on Caves of Tyrion as well. So let's just say that currently we're doing it, making it this way that the elevator will come after like 10 minutes of gameplay, around 10 minutes of gameplay. There will only be one elevator, and it will only be able to take one full squad out of the facility. we're reducing the amount of solo exits, but there will be 2. So there will be total 2 solo exits plus the main elevator, and the zone itself will shrink. So since the case of Tyrion is like a circle,
somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, you may have fought that battles and got some victory royales. But yeah, we'll try that out. We want to try out like some battle royale style of gameplay, mix of battle royale and extraction, let's say. And yeah, the zone will shrink closer to the elevators, and there will be some time for you to win against other squads in the middle and then extract. And we'll see how it goes. And of course, like Caves of Tyrion will award better loot because of the lower chances.
The difficulty of the map, yeah.
Extraction.
That's about it, I guess. Is it?
That's about it.
Yeah,
we're still here. We're still working. We still want to improve the gameplay and fix all of the frustrations and issues the players have.
That was also, 26 minutes, right?
Almost. And the new track is coming as well. Not from me this time, but like it's coming. It's coming with November.
All right.
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Again,
thank
you for listening, watching, and yes, we'll try to keep you tuned with updates. Follow our Discord as well.